There's a breaking news now that Trump has met 5 African leaders, excluding Nigeria. What do you have to say about this?
Thank you so much. I think that's a nice one because before inception of his second coming, he actually, made his point clear on Nigeria. Nubu. He doesn't like that country that many of them, especially the politicians are coming into the United States of America, giving out excuses that they are coming to, based on schooling, They want to go to school, so they don't have, good, cogent reasons for coming into United States. So he actually emphasized his stance on Nigeria, as a country. First and foremost, the previous president before inception of Tinubu's administration, President Muhammadu Buhari, there was never a time he interacted or had one-on-one rapport with Donald Trump. Yes, he could not do that because actually Donald Trump could not come for the second time in 2020, so he failed election in America, and you see how everything just went on. It was Obama that, orchestrated Trump's failure. Then again, good luck's Jonathan failure as well. So Trump actually promised Nigeria hell, that if he could actually come for the second time, he's going to turn his back on Nigeria, and he's even going to ban, this lifting of this, what they call it, visa ban on Nigeria, that he will spell hell for Nigerians.
Are you saying he has hatred for Nigerians or?
He has hatred for the government of Buhari. Are you listening to me now?
Yes.
During the era of Buhari, Trump was even emphasizing that President Buhari was a lifeless. That was the remark he made about Nigerian president then. I don't have issue with the lifeless. Don't allow that man to come near me. That was when they were having this United Nations summit at New York, UN, United Nations Secretariat in New York. So Trump was like, I want to have one-on-one rapport or discussion with all the presidents from Africa. So they brought or referred him to Muhammadu Buhari. Trump actually turned his back on Buhari. He said, I don't have anything to do with him. He's a lifeless. Don't leave that one. I don't want, to have an interaction with him. He's lifeless. So then again, if you judge Trump by the way he speaks, by the way he acts, his behavioral pattern generally, you are going to run into serious omission. Trump does not hate Nigeria. Trump does not hate anybody. But if you, as a Nigerian leader or, in charge of this administration, and Trump finds out that your ways are not pure, you have many antecedents, maybe presently on the past, Trump will turn his back on you. Because he knows that American society is the most critical society in the world. If you make any simple mistake, Americans will cling on that, which is why he doesn't, allow Tinubu to come closer or to go closer to Tinubu. Obviously, you can see the Tinubu Chicago University gate. That is an allegation. If you said it's an allegation, fine.
So Tinubu
but
is
all I know,
in a close relationship with Trump.
It is impossible. The Tinubu Chicago certificate gate has actually estranged him from White House. They don't want to have any issue with him. They don't want to have any, interaction whatsoever with Tinubu, because obviously he seemed to be a scam.
President.
I'm telling you, that issue of certificate alone aside, then secondly, you don't know what transpired when Tinubu was living in Chicago. I think that should be during or after Nigerian Biafran Civil War. I'm talking about currently in 1992/93, before the issue of June 12th. I don't know whether you understand me.
Okay.
So that's it. Trump is just judging everybody according to your own behavior, according to the way you live your life. Tinubu had issue with Homeland Security or whatever crime, unity name you might give such platform in America, because he had, involved himself in this, what do you call it, heroin trafficking in the past.
Do you think he's into that?
Yes, and yes, actually it's happening.
Our president is into that.
Yes, because they made their stance clear that they are going to nail him. I don't understand.
But it has not been the FBI situation, that FBI issue. I don't think it has been settled.
It has
91 days.
Yes, it has not been settled. I'm telling you, because they have come up with all the documents, necessitated to nail him. Those documents, they've actually completed everything. So that's why I can actually tell you that Trump doesn't like anything, that can dent his name. Tinubu has not cleared himself from the allegation of heroin trafficking in the Chicago, USA. So it was in 1992-93 during Abiola political saga that he, was indicted in the United States of America. So, and you know whom Trump is. Trump won't like to, mingle with African leaders whose, names are already dented with, criminalities. So that's why he has distanced himself. He distanced himself from Buhari based on the fact that Buhari did not win election. Buhari did not even actually get his GCE, General School Certificate of, Education. Buhari did not have that. So Trump is somebody I know that is doing whatever he's doing based on whom you are, clarity, transparency, accountability, and justice. So that's why he actually shunned Buhari. And as I'm talking to you now, this present administration, the person in charge of this present administration, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not having close rapport.
But we have seen some people criticizing.
Close rapport with.
Some people are criticizing
Donald Trump.
That is not being fair with others. That he's telling some other people to go out of US, and some are still there till now.
Yes,
what do you have to say about that?
It's a migration law. It's a migration law, and there are some countries, that are the targets. America targeted countries like number one is Mexico. Mexico is housing many drug lords, cartels in the Southern America. I don't want to understand me. Number two is Colombia. Colombia is a country from where all those drug lords, cartels in the past come from. Then you have Venezuela. Venezuela is a country I know that largely depends, economically on drugs. They cultivate cocaine as we cultivate yam and cassava in Africa. And someone like a president like Donald Trump doesn't want to have anything to do with all these drug, countries whose economy are drug, driven. They make money from drug trafficking. I don't really understand. Yeah. It means their government, the government of those countries are involved on drug trafficking.
But there is a fight between Elon Musk and Trump now. Trump is telling Elon Musk that he wants him to get out of US. Is that possible? Or what caused their fight?
Wait, I can take this one of the many social media rumors. Okay. Let me just finish. Mexico, number one enemy of the state because of the influx of, drug barons into the United States. I mean, their packages and their, let me say, their business. They always export drugs into the United States. Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico. Then, the reason why he spanks on Nigerian government, Nigerian people, is because already in the past we had bad record. Two, our politicians are number third most corrupt politicians in the world. I don't say Tinubu now. I'm just saying Nigerian politicians. The way they are politicking is not the way the Bangladesh that is generally known as the most corrupt country in the world. Nigerian politicians are even worse than that of Bangladesh. So that's why if you study Trump doesn't want anything that could stain his name. That's why he actually in the first place distanced himself from Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can you profile him? If we start profiling him here, we can't live here. These are Nigerian politicians that are not telling us the truth from day one. Even if you go through the kind of life that Trump, as a meticulous person, as a blunt person, doesn't like. Trump is too blunt. He doesn't hide the truth. Trump, if you look at him, you will understand that he's not a politician, because in the world we are today, anybody that is a politician is a dubious person. That is how Africans understand it, and that's why any other person understands a good politician in our world. And if you look at Donald Trump, he doesn't behave like one. Trump would come to you and tell you exactly whom you are. Hey, you might take it that that one talks anyhow. No. If Trump tweets, you tweet back. He will tweet. He will be replying you. That is an open-hearted man. I don't know what to understand. Okay, but for instance, look at the war between Iran and Israel. He said, Israel, stop bombing. Don't do so and so thing. You will find out now actually that Trump is not just backing Israel because he doesn't want Iran
Does he have the right to stop any of them from fighting, or which you just settle the case? Or
that's stop bombing is leading to peace talk. I don't understand. Let there be ceasefire. Both parties agreed on ceasefire. Then Iran violated it. That's why Israel is kept on violating that agreement now. Because Iran is so stupid, and if you study the Gaza, the war at Gaza, it was Iran that actually sponsored the Hamas. And the Hamas did their training at Gaza for 24 months, making 2 years. The Palestinians did not give Israel the wind up. And you know the kind of country Israel is. Israel is a security, a spy country. No matter whom you are, if you are in Israel today, they have known you. They have known your data. They've known when you've entered. So they allowed these people, they did their exercise, military exercise for 24 months before striking during Nova Musical Festival in Israel, killing many nationalities in Tel Aviv. So I don't know whether I understand. And who sponsored them? It is Iran. So you should understand the kind of game Trump is playing. Iran is on the wrong side and now violates international pact based on IAEA, International Atomic Energy Agency. Yes, that's the meaning of IAEA. There are guidelines, there are rules and regulations by the member nations that have nuclear power, and Iran used to violate it. So now you don't expect Trump not to turn his back on Iran, because if Iran possesses one of this weapon, though they have uranium enrichment, they have nuclear site where they have actually they developed many nuclear weapons. I don't know what to understand. So that's why Trump is like supporting Israel. Iran has actually, indicated they are stubborn, that they can do anything in the world and get scot-free. After Second World War, that should be 1945. There was this scrambling for, building of weapons of mass destruction across the world. Japan was given the pact or instruction not to produce anything then destructive, as in weaponry. That's why Japan just face automobile technology, and they are number one today. Same with Germany. Germany, because of the role of Adolf Hitler, they were given the instruction not to manufacture anything dangerous weapon that could pose a lethal, threat to the entire globe. And that's why German on their own is standing still, working hard into development of our modern science and technology. Then again, you see, Japan could not develop anything bled after the bombardment of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. This is what America stands. So, who is Iran to develop nuclear weapon? If they actually do, though they have done, I'm telling you that the world is facing a lethal threat that could even destroy our modern world.
It is clearly known to everybody that Iran is sponsoring Hamas.
Yes.
Yeah. But why can't they issue an arrest, maybe on the president, to stop all this
sponsorship of terrorism or terrorists. It's obvious that they are doing that. There's rule and regulation in the Middle East, but you can see that even though if they sponsor terrorists across Middle East and even across the world, there's nothing you could do. Why? Iran is too stubborn. They fought Iraq from 1980 to 88, 8 years straight war, using chemical weapons to annihilate a particular race in Iran and Iraq called the Kurdish. They threw chemical weapon there, which was why Saddam Hussein was arrested, I think, around 2002 and 3, sent to jail or court, condemned in the same Iraq, judged by an Iraqi judge, and he was beheaded. I don't know what I understand. If you allow Iran will violate the whole international law, which of course he has actually done. IAE, he violated the pact. He kept on developing weapons of mass destruction, uranium enrichment. International Atomic Energy Agency said enough is enough. They went into inspection. There was a year. Iran locked up their door. Iran bolted them out. They could not even come into Iran. So I don't know what I understand. So any role that Trump plays currently, don't blame Trump. The rest of the Africans, they are having meeting right away with Trump. Donald Trump is not interested in Nigeria because Nigerian international image is bad, very, very faulty. We are not being represented well by our government. The government of the day in Nigeria has been telling Nigerians lie. And they think that the international communities are not aware of what current administration is doing to Nigerians. That's why I can tell you that it is due to the lackadaisical attitude of our politicians that actually scared Trump away from inviting Nigeria. He is having meeting with other African countries. Why not with the giant of Africa? He actually found out that the giant of Africa is just lopsided. We are just boasting for nothing. We're even lower than dwarfs of Africa. Okay, let me just give it for instance. Look at Angola. What is it that Angola is having above Nigeria? Nothing. But Angola today is one of the fastest growing African economy. They have oil. They are number one, I think, in Africa now, behind Libya. Okay, look at Nigeria. Our oil is almost the same with Saudis. The kind of the species of crude we have here is almost the same species with Saudi Arabia. And why is it that Saudi Arabia is kept on growing? On alarming rate, they are growing. Economically, they are giants in the Middle East, Europe today. In science and technology, they are there. In education, if you ask me, in the Middle East, they are number one, if not because of Israel. And this, their Islamic ideology. Why? Because their government is telling themselves, the Saudis, the truth. Then in Nigeria, what is stopping us from, being the closest ally to the United States of America? Since America is operating presidential system of government and Nigeria is doing as such as well, we should be the closest ally to the United States of America. But today, White House is turning its back on Aso Rock. Why? Because of the kind of dubious, dogged politicians we have in this part of the world. That's why, that's why I'm telling you that it's not, the fault of Donald Trump if he's not cooperating with Nigerian nation. All our politicians, they have actually disappointed us, by not telling us the truth and thereby rubbishing our international image. Our international image is faulted by all these police of the world police countries, which America is number one. If Trump is turning his back on Nigeria, don't expect Canada to embrace Nigeria. The only country I know that will remain with Nigeria, even though our international image is dented, is UK, United Kingdom, a country that has actually put us into this kind of situation. We are messed up internationally because our colonial master Britain is found guilty of policy of assimilation. They left Africa, they went into Europe. Still, they position people that are in charge politically in Africa because they are receiving much benefit from these dubious politicians, African politicians, which is why France is finding it difficult today to control all her francophones, I mean French-speaking countries across Africa continent. Britain is the problem we have. There's no how Nigeria will get it right since Britain, United Kingdom, is still there. We've been vying and campaigning and scrambling for restructuring Nigeria. Why not Tinubu now do that? Tinubu will not have done that. Why? Because Britain is not in support of restructuring. If actually we restructure Nigeria, the British will actually lose. That's why we are playing hanky-panky anytime it comes to restructure Nigeria. The upper house, the lower house of legislature, they will be actually throwing punch among themselves. British know actually that if Nigeria gets restructured today, we will get it right. We will be the best among the rest. So, be it Donald Trump is not having it, taking it easy with Nigeria. And I'm telling you that Donald Trump is, if you ask me, the latest US president that has actually made many history. I'm not here to eulogize him. I'm not here to rain appraisal on him. What I'm here is to tell the whole world the reality that America is celebrating 249th Independence Day. And I'm telling you that that country has been advancing from 1776 till date, 4th July, into science and technology. That has never been. America has gone too far. 249 years of independence, they have many things to boast of, as in science and technology. United States has done well.
Okay, Mr. Gafaya, I'm sorry to take you to another angle. We've seen a video yesterday going viral in Rivers State. Rivers State youth has come out to protest against Fulani X-men killing their family.
Yeah, let me remind you.
The policemen are giving them assurance that they will report it to the general, to the IG of police, that will find something to do to it. And they are telling them to go and dialogue with the Fulani X-men. So what can you say to this?
No, listen. It was Ogoni people. Ogoni is in River State. Fulani Janjawis, Fulani Header, Fulani killer headers have actually invaded Ogoni community. Ogoni community, the country home of the then environmentalist Saruwiwa. And the aggrieved community members, people have, gone to the police to lay a report. And while doing so, the police was actually calming them that they should, they were going to report to the IG of police. But I'm telling you that Nigerians, southeast, everybody, the Igbos, the Yoruba and other tribes are boiling up right now. That Nigerian military, Nigerian police, both paramilitary, are pampering the Fulani killer headers across Nigerian nation. The Fulani killer headers over the years have been encroaching on the farmlands across Nigeria, southeast, southwest, killing and maiming farmers on their farmlands, grazing their animals on the farmers' crops, on the crops, food though, crops that yield food that Nigerians will be at least, recognized as an agricultural hub of Africa. Fulani man will use his animals, eat this farmer's crop off. And Nigerian military is there, pampering Fulani headers. Nigerian military is there, pampering Boko Haram and bandits, tagging them repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram. There's nothing like repentant Boko Haram. You can never tell me that a killer, a murderer, whose blood of the innocent wasted, are still trailing him, following him, trailing him wherever he goes, might be repented. It is not possible. If American country could actually tell me that there are repentant PLO, the damn PLO that actually bombarded the entire national team athlete of Israeli in Munich 1970 Olympic, I will tell you there is repentant terrorists. Americans, they don't. And Israel, they don't believe in that. Israel actually track all the PLO terrorists that killed all their Olympic athletics. In 1970, Israel tracked all of them down. From 1970 till date, they are still looking for them. But I want to tell you that actually Israel has succeeded on neutralizing all of them. They were all unalived by Israeli security forces. Wherever they went, Israeli Mossad tracked them down and removed all of them. So what am I trying to say? We have porous security apparatus network in Nigeria. That's why they could not believe that there's nothing like repentant Boko Haram. See, a weak military man will tell you that a terrorist repents. A weak governor will actually tell you that they are integrating terrorists into the military. The governor is a weak man. The chief of army, general army staff, anywhere in the world, that actually tells you that a bandit, an armed robber, a terrorist repents. Such chief of army staff is a weak man. He is either playing game to favor his kinsmen or he's looking.
Are you saying CDS for the weak man?
I'm telling you, the weakest CDS ever in Nigerian history is CDS Musa, who has been happy. He would go to Finland and extradite into Nigeria. How many persons have you ever learnt or heard Simon Ekpa killed? Simon Ekpa has not done that. He was busy defending Igbo land against Fulani herders. The Fulani herders that are killing Benue indigenes, Ebonyi indigenes, Imo indigenes, Abia indigenes. It is too obvious Simon Ekpa is in support of ESN to defend Igbo land. And CDS Sergeant Musa, as a result of hatred against Igbo man, is trying to tell the whole world that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. It has played out today that Simon Ekpa is free in Finland. CDS Musa is tired of what? Sidelining the Igbos. Being a clue to Nigerian military porosity on the war against insecurity. They are too porous. They are not getting it right. Even the village vigilantes could be more effective than Nigerian military. We are not here to hide the truth. Ogoni people has come out en masse telling the police commissioner in Rivers State how they are going to attack back. I mean the Fulani herders. They should collect it very soon. Ogoni people are very, very annoyed. Nigerian military and police are not serious. They are not telling us the truth about the Fulani Janjaweeds that are spreading the evangelism of Islamization in Nigeria. They have come back for the second time. Ottoman and Fodo, their forefather, evangelized for Islamization in 1800, and he failed actually because he was beheaded by Atta of Igala. Now they have come their second time with the sponsorship of Iran and other terrorist countries in the Middle East. They are spreading their tentacles all over Nigeria to Islamize Nigeria by eliminating Nigerian farmers, eliminating Igbo men, Yoruba men, and other tribes in Nigeria. Gradually they are doing it so that they will prevail on us. I want you to understand how actually the Taliban overpowered the Afghanistan government and took over the power from the government of the day that year. That is how gradually it's coming to happen in Nigeria. Nigeria will be very soon, at least, identify with what I'm saying today.
Okay, do you think CDS Musa, he personally has a grudge against Igbos, or he's being commanded by someone like, you understand?
Thank you so much. Sadona Soto is hiding somewhere. Emir of Kanu is hiding somewhere. All the emirs, they are the Fulanis. Sadona Soto is a Fulani man, and all the headers in Nigeria, killer headers, are Fulani men from Sahel countries of desert, African desert. The Fulani headers that are killing are from Mali. They are from Senegal, they are from Gambia. They are from Futajalon Highland. And they are all the kinsmen of Sadona of Sokoto who actually gives order for this latest Islamization. It is not an allegation. Why? If they are not Islamizing Nigeria, why is it that Sadona doesn't interfere? It doesn't say anything each and every time. The Fulani Janjaweeds kill in Imo State, kill in Anambra State, kill in Benue State, Plateau State, and Taraba. The Emir of Kano remains silent because these Fulani headers are running down other tribes in Nigeria. But each and every time they apprehend them, the Emir of Sokoto will rise up and challenge the Igbes, challenge the Obas, challenge the Obis across southern Nigeria, threatening war. Now they are on the, oh my God. See, let me tell you, CDS Musa should get away from that position. He's allowing what is going on, you know, in Nigeria currently. Islamization process, campaign as it was from 1804, championed by Ottoman Danfodio, their, let me say, forefather. Listen and listen good. Ogono people has risen. I am suggesting that very soon you will understand that Asian people, Oromo people, Yoruba people, the Igbos, they are on it. Everybody should stand up and rise up against Fulani insurgency encroaching across the southern Nigeria.
So do you think maybe the Nigerian army is not capable to arrest all these Fulani herdsmen?
There is another point I need to tell you here.
Okay.
The Nigerian army has been over the years infiltrated by the Fulanis. Immediately the British left Nigeria as of 1960, from 1960 when we had an independence, the British taught the Fulani man to handle the arms, that they should all be enlisted into the army. That when they are in the army, they are the custodian of power in government, which is why from 1960 to date, it was Fulani. The leaders, 60-something years of Nigerian independence is Fulani. If our leaders, the people that actually led in the past, are 70, listen and listen go, 65s were Fulanis. So they control the leadership, the power, tussle in Nigeria. The Fulani in charge. Then the police and the army, 100%, remove 65%, they are Fulani. Niger and the Fulani people control Nigerian military, which is why the soldier will go to community and tell the communities to leave every issue about Fulani headers, killer headers, that they have come, we are soldiers, go into your slums, sleep and wake up the next day. There's no problem again. While the soldiers are leaving, it won't be up to 30 minutes. The Fulani headers will swoop on those community people, disaliving everybody, setting ablaze all their huts and thatched houses. Listen and listen good. We are not going to remain like this. Something must be done rapidly to stop Fulani menace. They are about to put into extinction the rest tribe of this country. We must do something about it.
Okay, Mr. Arab, let's close with this. There is a video yesterday that Amechi, the former governor of what's it called? He was saying something yesterday that if Nigerians did not stand up to fight for their rights, that if we as the citizens of Nigeria did not stand up to fight for our rights, that the government is there to corrupt, like to steal money from the government officials, like we should stand up and fight for our rights. What do you have to say about that?
Oh yeah, the man that is saying that is speaking from the heart. We obviously have seen how Tinubu come into, power. I mean, this current administration. If you are really Nigeria that know what Nigerian constitution says, I don't mean international law or fundamental right of every citizen of this country, but if you're a true Nigerian, you will actually understand that Obi was elected Nigerian president in 2023, February. An extraction from where Tinubu comes actually voted Obi, irrespective of the fact that Obi is a southeasterner, irrespective of the fact that Igbo and the Yoruba, politically, they are divided. The Yoruba man actually voted Obi. Yoruba man actually needed a change, which was why they took such, decision of abandoning their own and voted an Igbo man. If we look at other tribes, the Hausas, the Mid-Beltans, the South-South, the Southeast, everybody were on their feet and they actually voted Obi. But Tinubu just used his money, stole Obi's mandate by bribing him out. He paid money to Mahmoud Yakub. I'm telling you that all the allegations going on social media, they are all rumors, but in every rumor, there are iotas of truth. He bribed INEC by paying in dollars, and Mahmoud Yakub actually bought Obi's mandate for Tinubu, and Tinubu carries the day, which is why I'm telling you that the government of the day is an illegitimate government, and the army man in question, the general that you actually, presented his remarks that everybody should stand up and fight these corrupt leaders, politicians. The man is saying the truth. He's being so blunt. And let me tell you, if I'm not saying the truth, maybe by tomorrow you will understand what I'm saying. They might go after that general that made the statement and get him arrested. We should all stand up on our feet and fight for our right. If you leave Akpabio, leave Tinubu, leave all these greedy politicians, Wike himself, they are going to lead all of us into Atlantic Ocean some days. I'm telling you, it is coming. We should stand on our feet as the general commanded and fight for our right. The military are not ready to come back again to power. Because why? They have been generally, over-politicized. Look at their stomach, protruded stomach. The soldiers are meant to stand gallant. I'm telling you, training. But Nigerian soldiers today, both the junior officers and the senior officers are with jutting, protruded or protruding stomach. That has actually indicated how dilapidated our military apparatus in Nigeria is. There's nothing wrong with Nigerians standing on their feet. But if we stand on our feet, it's what happened in 2020 and SARS brutality not going to repeat itself again. They have forgotten in a haste, especially Tinubu, what actually transpired in Nigeria in 2020 when all Nigerian youth stood up on their feet to fight SARS, to fight SARS brutality across Nigeria.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ra, for coming. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.